What's up, people? I'm Zogue, and welcome back to Mod Sauce. The Mod Sauce. Oh, wait, I have horns and what looks like a really big earring. And it just kind of fits this this armor set pretty well. I have horns, and it just kind of matches. It's kind of cool. Anyway, so there are a couple things I want to mention before we get started in today's stuff. Now, in the last episode, not the last episode, I think I missed it in the last episode. I forgot about it. But, yeah, I made a huge derp. Now, I did put little notes in the video, but in case you didn't see those, in case you missed them, this was the issue with why the fourth one wasn't shooting. Now, you see it is now. No problems. Everything's good. These guys are still over-generating power, so I may end up sticking a couple more mana spreaders on here just to maximize it and actually make it work how I wanted. But I actually had this guy, like, right here, which basically meant that this one was not getting power and therefore was not feeding this flower with chicken, which means this just, there was no mana for it to suck up. Every theory that I had in that episode was wrong. I was wrong. It happens. But I fixed it, so it's good. The other thing is that, what do I wanted to, ooh, why am I over here? Go this way. And, ooh, is it down? No, it's down over here. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. This mana pool is now completely full, which means all of the mana from up top is now shooting into these two mana pools here, which is awesome. But what I want to see by the end of this episode, hopefully, is I want to see these start to fill up. Now, it'll take forever for them to get full, but I want to see that. I just want to see that much mana be into, you know, a situation. I think it would be really cool just to know that is how much money we have. It's great. It's fantastic. So the other thing, there was one more thing that I wanted to mention. I still have not made any portals to anything. I really need to get on that because this is kind of a pain, but it is what it is. You know, I will get to it eventually. But down here, if you remember, this was in the last episode, this reactor we built, I was mentioning the power. Now, there's two theories that I have, one of which is probably a better theory than the other. You see this texture right here? It's not really green. It's not doing anything. Apparently, it's not set. Or maybe it just can't send any energy. Maybe there's a maximum. So let's do Zouk Power 2. Maybe there's some kind of a maximum amount of power. Why did I do that? Go here. I guess I have to change the frequency, huh? Let's make it frequency 2. Add you. Go here and set that frequency. But see, I don't understand exactly what's going on. Apparently, this is the texture. A buddy of mine, the Sergeant Punishment, actually popped in. He popped into the comments and said that the reason it's not working is because it's just not drawing in the energy. This is the not activated texture, apparently, of the tester. I can see it's more bluish than greenish. I guess that's what he was referring to. Now, I've never seen these things like not activated like this. And my only guess as to why this isn't working is that now I do have it on another channel, but that channel is not being used. There's nowhere that I say receive energy on this channel or this frequency, so it has nowhere to send it and therefore isn't accepting any. And when it's on the other one, I might have things, you know, receiving that power, but the windmills can take care of it. So there's no reason for it to gather energy because the windmills are sending enough. There's no need for it. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to deactivate this guy because it is still using all of the Elorium. And when it comes to a point in time where I actually need it, you know, I need the extra power, I want to be able to have that Elorium. So I'm just going to turn this guy off for now. At the very least, until I can test some things, come up with a different power necessity, something else that needs power, and then I can just test out the second channel just to see if it does turn on, just to see if this setup works. But for now, we're just going to leave that alone, but I did want to bring you down and mention it. I think it's because there's no need for that power. There is nothing that requires more power than my windmills can provide, so there's no reason for it to accept power. But anyway, what are we going to do today? Well, I wanted to start setting up the environment for Galacticraft. Now, I can make a lot of the stuff. I can make the ship. I can make the launch pads. I don't know exactly where that launch pad is going to go. Obviously, I want some kind of a static location for it. You know, all that kind of good stuff. Maybe I'll just kind of spur it out over here and have some kind of a launching area from this direction, which would be kind of cool. I could see that working. But the next thing we need is a whole bunch of oil, because we need to turn it into fuel. And that's awesome. That's fine. That's cool. There's no big deal with that. The big deal is storing all of that oil. That oil, well, it can take up a lot of drums, but there is, you know, you have the regular drums and you have the oil drum in here somewhere, but then there are Bedrockium drums. Now you see the amount that they can hold, 256,000. Basically, that's 256 buckets. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Then you go to the Bedrockium drum. 65 million. That's 65,536 buckets. That's a lot of buckets of stuff. So one of those drums, if it is full, is more than sufficient to store each type of liquid that I want. So in this episode, we're going to start getting some Bedrockium. We'll try to. It's a long process, so I may or may not be able to get at least one of those drums in this episode. But we're going to set some things up that will allow me to do so. So the very, very first thing that we need to do, since we want Bedrockium, is we're going to be generating a whole lot of cobblestone. So what we want to do first is actually designate one of these guys to hold it all. Now, I believe most of these are used already. Wow, there's only 2 skulls left. Cool. No, gimme. Thank you. So I'm getting a lot of that. My chicken amount is going up. Yeah, well, okay, there's 36,000 uncooked, but then there's like 36,000 cooked chicken too. So our chicken situation is not decreasing. It's what? Why are you in there? No. Feathers, yes. This, no. All right, so we're going to put you in here. Actually, wait, give me this back for now. And then we're going to go behind you. Why are you? Wait. Oh, no, that's right. Okay. We're going to go here, drop you into the storage bus. And then you come here and you just set a priority. The actual priority doesn't matter so much, but we do want to be sure that we... that's not what I want to do either. What am I doing? I'm losing my mind. Anyway, so basically what that's going to do is it's going to tell our system that whenever cobblestone enters the system, to instantly set it here. This has the priority. So all cobblestone that comes into the system will be dropped into this deep storage unit. It doesn't matter where it comes from or how it enters the system, it'll just kind of go there. So now what we want to do is I'm going to set up a couple of these areas and I'm going to get everything prepped, and then once I get everything prepped, I'll run you through it and explain to you what it does and how it works. Alright, so I kind of did a bunch of work already on things. The only reason I did a lot of it, this much of it off camera, was one, because I wasn't entirely sure how it was going to work. I also wasn't sure if I would be able to get it all in the episode, and a buddy of mine stopped by. I wasn't able to record. So, yeah. So, anyway, this is basically the setup. This is how you get cobble in mass quantities. You see it basically transfers a full stack of cobble every 1 second-ish. So, you put water on one side, lava on the other, and you do actually place the cobblestone in the middle. If you don't, the water will actually come across and turn this into obsidian, which is not what we want. So, you know, in the surrounding stuff here, the covers and stuff, they don't really catch fire. You don't have to worry about that. But if it's too close to other wood, I'm not sure if chisel wood can catch fire and burn up. But as of right this second, I was just playing it safe. So I kind of kept everything, you know, I pushed everything back, and I left the lava at the furthest possible block. But I have 4 of them set up, so I'm getting about 4 stacks per second. It's all going into here, which is sending it into my system, and then this one pulls it out of my system and brings it here. Now, I could run a cable directly to a chest that's on here, do some kind of trickery with that, but in reality, if I ever need cobble in another location, I could just make another one of these chests. Or if I want to expand upon this at some point, something like that, then it's not too big of a deal. I can do it that way. And also, it just works this way. I don't know. Originally, I thought it was going to take a lot more room to do this. I originally had, you know, like 8 chests set up, 1 for each compression and stuff. And then I realized you don't really need all that. You can just kind of condense it all down. So there might be a better configuration for all of this, but in reality, you don't. And you can, I could easily run pipes directly to the chest and it's not a big deal. But you see here, basically, this is the transfer node for items set directly on a cobblestone. Now, these are required because that's how you make cobblestone. But this doesn't actually ever take the block. This simulates taking blocks. And in this case, it takes a full stack at a time because we have a full stack of world interaction upgrades. This lets these transfer nodes interact with the world in a way you wouldn't expect. It's kind of weird, and each, you know, way that it lets you do that is a little bit It's weirdish. And it's very hard to explain, but in this case, it just takes the cobblestone from these two, and you don't have to worry too much about it. The speed upgrade, it doesn't increase the speed at which it creates cobblestone. That's what the world interaction does. Each one of these adds an extra cobblestone, basically. So what the speed does is it lets it find this chest really fast. As you see, it's pretty much per second. You know, it finds it super quick, so I don't have to worry so much about it taking, you know, holding up in here for too long in order to do it. This gives the world upgrade interaction upgrades plenty of time to pick up their next stack, and I don't have to worry about waiting for it. So I'm getting cobble from these 4 as fast as I possibly can at the moment. And then in here, basically what this is doing, this is saying every 1 second, take in all of them. You see items, take in any of these that you can. This is all of them, all the way up to septuple. Octuple is the highest, so we don't need to do anything with that, so we don't need to bring it into the system. And then, if you can, craft compressed, then craft the double, then craft the triple, then craft the quadruple, then, you know, the 5 times, the 6 times, the 7 times, and the 8 times. And then output it back into the ender chest. And that's pretty much this setup right here. That's what it is. So right now I have one of these chests up in my other area, in my system. Go up, up. There we go. And give me you so we can see behind things. So right over here. This is that chest, and basically all it's doing is it's taking out cobblestone and putting it, you know, obviously into the ender chest. So we can easily see right here, you know, the status of what it's doing. Right now I have 4 quintuple compressed cobblestone, and eventually once I get in 8 times, I'm going to end up hooking up the, I guess I put them away, but eventually I'm just going to go ahead and put this here because that's not going to do anything. But you see I did kind of put that back there a little bit. You can kind of see it, but there's going to be an import bus right here, and it's going to have on the filter thing right in this slot is going to be the 8 times. So regardless of anything else, that import bus will yank out any 8 times compressed cobblestone that comes through here and puts it into the system. Now 8 times, I actually never actually looked at Bedrockium. Oh, Beck, that's not how you spell it. Let's see, Bedrockium ingot right here. Okay, so we can use a diamond block with triple and quadruple, which I should actually be able to get. Okay, I thought it was a lot harder to do that. Hold on, let me see the Bedrockium drum. I just need 6 of these. Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna have to change that setup a little bit because this is actually a lot easier to make. So what I need to do, I guess I can stop at triple compressed. That's what it looks like. I can stop at triple compressed. I can put in a few patterns. 1 for block of diamond, 1 for quadruple, and 1 for the Bedrockium ingot. And that way when I request Bedrockium ingots, it will craft all the quadruples that it needs to make as many as I need. I'll have a bunch of triples in there because of this guy right here. The setup I have down below. And yeah, then I'll have all the Bedrockium, and then I can make another one for the drum itself. That way, all I have to do, and I guess for the weighted pressure plates and cauldrons. So I have a few patterns that I want to set up, but that way I can just request Bedrockium drums, and I don't have to worry about it so much. That's a good thing. So, okay, what am I going to do now? I want to switch out. I guess I already have the cobblestone, so that's good. So I'll add one. I don't want Invar in here, man. I don't want raw pork chop. It's stuffing them with everything. But I'm going to have one for triple compressed. And yeah, I guess I'll just add one for the triple. And then I'll reconfigure this guy to stop at triple, have that sent into my system, and make all those patterns. And I should be good to go. I'll be able to make a few Bedrockium drums. So let me go ahead and get to that. I'll get a Bedrockium drum or two, and then we'll start scouting out an area for some oil that we want to store. All right, that did not take nearly as long as I thought it would take. 614 buckets, basically. This thing's still processing, but all I really had to do for this is, if you remember all the crafting, I just had to drag each one of these to the delete portion, and then drag the output back over down here and link it back up, and that was fixed. There's no issues with that. And then this guy right here is the same chest that, you know, my system puts cobblestone in. No, I didn't say fly. I said go up. Down. There we go. Okay. And back here, I have one export bus exporting the cobblestone into the chest, which that inventory manager is outputting, changing into triple compressed cobblestone, and then it's sucking it back into the system. So that's the, you know, how I'm getting that. And then over here, I have the triple compressed sitting in here waiting to be used. So that's going to keep processing for a very, very long time. I should be able to get any Bedrockium anything that I need. I already started making, I wonder if they're done. They're probably done. It's been a while. Yeah, I already have 2 more Bedrockium drums that I'll eventually set up, and I'll probably hook in lava and water into them. But yeah, all of that oil is coming from over here in this system, this setup over here that I have. So much fun. So now there it goes. It's draining all of the oil from this area, this one pool. And I still have this one and this one and this one. And the basic idea is that I have these guys set to Zouk Power, but I just have them also doing the fluid mode. I could change that and add a new channel or whatever, but it's working out okay. That's not a big deal. And then I have the pump. That's why it's set to power, so I can receive power and send it energy and receive fluid all with one tesseract. I didn't really see too much of a point to have 2. You could set it up that way if you wanted to keep your channels separate. I may do it in the future. I don't know. Probably not. Just leave it like that. It's the easier way to do it. And then I had to, you know, chunk load the area. And that is why... Oh, look, it's done. I think it's done. Are you still trying to go all the way down? Do you see that as a thing? Why do you see that as a thing? There's no way there's more oil down there. There's no way. What are you doing? It's gone. It's gone. Stop it. Stop it. So apparently it's just going to keep going until... What? Wait, what? Ugh. Oh, really? What, is there like one thing of oil down there? Is that going to be able to go through it? Now I'm curious. Oh, no. Okay, you stopped. All right. Okay. That's cool. So anyway, so now I have a bunch of oil. I can have a bunch of water and just gathering all this stuff. That's things I can do off camera. You don't need to see me gather a whole bunch of lava and water. And I think it would help the area speed up too. So there's not so many, you know, liquid stuff going on, you know, in the world. It's really not too problematic now, but I figure if I can clear it out and it'll help things a little bit, then why not do it? You know, over time, just let things kind of go. But yeah, so now I have all of the oil, and what I want to do now is I've started sending my sheep over into a little hole that I made over here. And this thing is actually, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, before when I was doing this, granted, there we go. I think now the block is set. When I was trying to send these guys over, it was actually causing problems because... Yeah, like I couldn't click on the sheep. I couldn't even attack them with a sword. They're just not being seen by, I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird. Why are you doing that? I don't know. But I'm going to finish cleaning up the sheep. And then I'm just going to bring you back. We're going to start digging out this little room here where the launch pad is going to go for the Galacticraft stuff. So I'm not going to decorate it too much. Honestly, I just don't have a design for it in my head yet, but I figure we can go ahead and make the launch pad, make the rocket, make all that good stuff. And I'm kind of going to prep some stuff. I'm going to put some of the materials already in my inventory just to make things go a little faster. But I am going to take you along for the ride on actual crafting everything, just so you can see it done. And that way, we get a little bit of let's play in this rather than show and tell. So let me finish clearing this little area out since they want to be a big problem. And I'll see you back in just a second. All right, so here we are. Ooh, wow, I'm still flying apparently. Let me up. So the sheep are gone, and it's nighttime. And there's something I want to check really quick before we go into, you know, digging everything out. I didn't even prep anything, and the reason for that is just because I have the shift-click capability. I can just kind of, you know, do that. But, oh, wow. So marvelous. Look at that. It's completely full. Give me the one thingy. Totally full. Totally full. Everything is full. That's so awesome. So are you guys filling up? It doesn't look like they are, but they probably have a little bit of mana in them. Or it just filled up and it'll be going through. That's kind of loud. At least it sounds kind of cool and it's not some really annoying noise like eh. Just imagine that times like 40. Because that would just be so horrible. Anyway, so now we're going to go over here and, you know, I wanted you to... I started looking into what I would need for Galacticraft, and I started delving into a rabbit hole, and I wanted to see you guys... I wanted you guys to see me follow that rabbit hole and see, you know, how I respond to it before I go too far down it. How far over... I can go like 3, right? I think. I don't know how big this room needs to go. I think I'm just to start with that. I'll just go 2, 3, I guess. I guess we'll do 3. Like this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I don't know how far down here I actually need to go. How big this room is going to need to be. Probably not too incredibly massive, but if this is going to house all of my Galacticraft stuff, I do want to be sure that I have enough room for it all. And, yeah. So, I did want to mention a couple things before we get into all the crafting stuff. And that's that I just hit, while recording this, I just hit 50 subscribers. Which is so awesome. You guys are fantastic. You know that? I mean, you guys, just the comments that I see, oh, it's awesome. It's just awesome. It's just what it is. I mean, there's no other way to describe that. It's the greatest feeling in the world when some random stranger that you don't know just comes along and be like, "Hey, man, you got some great videos going on here. This is really cool. I like what you do." It's the best thing in the world. Knowing somebody that has no reason to lie to you just come by and be like, "Hey, you're doing awesome." The best feeling in the world. So I did want to thank you guys for that. Those of you that do leave the comments and stuff. And even if you just stop by, as long as you're watching videos, you're already awesome. So, you know, not a big surprise there. I appreciate everything that anyone that stops by does. You guys are just great. You guys are awesome. Best people on the internet. Anyway, so, yeah, let's go start crafting things, I guess. So, ooh, too far. And let's see. I know this is one thing that I need. So basically what I did is that I know that I need the launch pad. Right? This is how I started. Launch. Spell right. Xogue. Spell. You can... What? Just go to launch. We'll just do it this way. Okay, so launch pad. Blocks of iron. No problem. Compressed iron. What? How do I get that? Ingot compressor. Okay. Well, electric ingot compressor sounds better. But... apparently you need the regular compressor first. So then you come here and you're like, compress ore. You're like, okay, electric compressor. You need compressed steel, which means you can only get these compressed iron in... You can do that, but if you need these plates in order to make the electric, then you can't get it yet because, yeah, it's kind of one of those situations. So you have to get the regular one first. And you come here and you're like, okay, cool. So what the heck is a basic wafer? And you go here and like, oh man, well now I need the circuit fabricator. Oh crap. So then you go through and you're like, all right, well I need the circuit fabricator. Talking is hard for me. So you're like, okay, well I need the aluminum wire. So let's go ahead. Ooh, what? I don't have whatever that is. Aluminum? For real? For real. For real. Aluminum. So let's get one of these guys and let's just start grinding this up. Give me back this thing. Take you out, put you in, and we'll just go like this. Now I should start getting some aluminum dust. Give me one of you. And actually, let's go ahead and put all this stuff away because I don't need you anymore. That includes you guys. So like I said, I'm not going to make that... there you go. I'm not going to make the room there all that pretty looking just yet. I'm going to let it sit there until I come up with some kind of a design. But I did want to get started with Galacticraft stuff. And we won't be able to go into space this episode, but hopefully we will be able to at least see the rocket set on the pad. Hopefully. We're going to find out. All right, sure. 36. That's good. I don't think I needed that many, though. So we're going to go here. It looks like I'm missing a button and a lever. Just give me one of those for now. Give me one button for now. Perfect. There should be... Oh, I need the furnace. Well, that's not too difficult. How much cobblestone am I getting? Yep. Okay, so now I have the circuit fabricator. Do I have an available tesseract? I don't think I do. Because this is how I'm going to get power. Tesser. Let's make one of the frames. Oh, I need one more fused quartz. Quartz. Give me a few of these. I'm going to have to go into the nether at some point and just start using... Maybe I'll go into the digital miner. I don't think I've done the digital miner just yet. Digital miner is kind of fun. What did I do with... Really? Did I do that? I think I totally did that. Give me you. I'm derpy sometimes. So now this should give me the fused quartz. Perfect. Now I should be able to go through here and get you. Perfect. Now you need... 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. We're going to go to our... Where are they? Here they are. Now, 4 ender pearls will fill a tesseract. If you didn't know that, you do now. So this can take a second. But this is going to be providing power for us. And we're going to get... Actually, they're in here, aren't they? Yeah, we're going to use the ender conduits... Ender energy conduits to power all of the Galacticraft stuff. And if I need to, don't forget, I have that really big reactor, sitting there ready to be used if I really do need the power, but I don't think I will. Hurry up and fill, man. Fill up. Thank you. So now we can do this and go to Tesseract and do this. What? What am I missing? Bronze? Bronze. Which one shows me the easier... You. Perfect. That's the one I wanted. Just give me that many. Sure. And then we're going to go here. Bam. Now we're good to go. Perfect. So now that we have power, we have the cables to go to everything as long as they do connect. Then we have the circuit fabricator. We need to hook this guy up to make the other thing that we needed. So where do we want? I guess we'll line everything along the back just for now. Like I said, everything will be reorganized and fixed up a little bit later. It'll look a little bit better eventually. But for now, it's just going to be what it is. And we're going to run this actually along the top if we can do it this way. I don't know if we'll be able to. Hopefully these things can receive power from... Well, that's not good. Is it a certain... Let me sit you down and take a look at you. Where do you receive power? Here? Maybe is it that side? Do you receive power from the side? Is that a thing? Ooh, give me. And then go, give me you and you. I know I can use wrenches to remove these, but really if everything's a one-shot thing, then what's the difference? Just, being honest. So these guys cannot receive power from the conduits. Perfect. That's wonderful. Everything can receive power from these except Galacticraft. All right. Do we still have RedNet cables? Will they work? Because they probably don't need a whole lot of power in reality. I just want to find a cable that does connect to them. And I know my buddy has been working with this stuff. I'm not sure. Oh, does that... What? Okay, so directly beside it doesn't work either. That's perfect. What about a RedNet? Yay, RedNet! What? What? I'm derpy. Just ignore me. Just ignore me. I never said it. Receive only. But it shows that it's connecting, but it's not receiving actual power. It says idle. Do I need to put... What? Shouldn't it fill up the energy storage? I mean, that is what it's there for, right? Does that mean it's not working, or am I just being derpy still? So confused. Oh, what? Too much breakage. Put you back. Like this. Sure. Alright, let me figure this out, and I'll be right back, because if not, this is going to be the rest of the video, trying to figure out how this thing works. Okay, well, I have something set up. Right now, it's the coal generator. It's generating RF a tick and charging this thing, and it's good. It's working-ish. But it's a little... it's not done very well. Let me not be a mean person. Because this only takes out from the left side. You can only pull power out from the left. And you can only put this in on the left. Which, okay, I get it. Kind of left. And in this setup, it doesn't look too bad. But if you were to want to lay them straight out flat, like I generally like to do, then you would have to have a cable wrapped all the way around the other side of the machine. You cannot configure anything with these guys. It just has to generate like this. Now, at least they wrote in a little thing where it doesn't burn coal if it's not actually using the energy. Okay, they did something good. That's fine. But we need to make certain things. I don't know. I got to do a lot of things, actually. I'm going to set some stuff up. I'm going to see if I can't come up with a design for this room. Probably, I might actually just go ahead and make the rest of the stuff. Because I'm thinking the rabbit holes are going to be huge and enormous. I'll run through what I do, why I do it, when I do it, all that good stuff in the next episode. But in the next episode, I want to get to the moon. Or maybe make a space station or something. We're going to do some Galacticraft stuff. We're going to the stars. We're going to your brother, son. We're going to, yeah. We're going to go to him. You're just rising, which means the moon's just... Yeah. We're going to go to the moon, I think. And we're going to do some things there. And I have these guys right now getting me coal because... Well, at one point in time, I think it was actually this one. I had coal in here to get graphite for the big reactors mod. And I never took it out. So all of my coal that was in here is now graphite. I have a lot of... graphite bars. 20,000 graphite bars. I don't think I need that many, but hey, it happens sometimes. But we're going to get into Galacticraft in the next episode. And it's going to be amazing. Yeah, look, my horns are showing better. Better. Much better. So, if you like the episode, please click that like button. It helps me out quite a bit. You guys really don't understand how much. Basically, the more likes, the more views. It's pretty much how that translates, which means the more subs. So if you guys want me to succeed, if you want me to be popular and do this for a very long time, click that like button, please. And also, don't forget to, if you're not already subscribed, you want my videos sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to comment, favorite, and share if you feel inclined to do so. But I will see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching.